Okay, Suprabhat, good morning. On behalf of our chairperson, Dr. Tarita Shankar, and the entire Indira Group of Institutes family, it gives me great pleasure in welcoming one and all to Sankalp Se Siddhi, a unique webinar on youth leadership and spirituality presented by the Indira Care Club and your daily spirituality portal, thinkrite.me. Well, students, family, friends, faculty members, everyone who's logged in this morning, tell me, would any one of you ever have visualized in February 2020 what would be unfolding nationally in India and globally in the world over the next 6 months? I don't think so. Any one of us here can say that, yes, I would have visualized one of the greatest pandemics that the human race has ever seen. Well, fast forward to August 2020, and here we are, having experienced one of the greatest transformations we as a human species has ever experienced in our life. I think what this pandemic did was changed completely the way we lead our lives. And not only that, but completely the way we change our way of thinking and how we look at the environment around us. What I'm trying to get as, I think it has shown us a very, very important thing which maybe have been missing in most of our lives is how to strike a great balance with the environment and with the universe. This belief is part of the entire holistic development inputs which we believe in giving to all our students who come to us for a holistic education and learning experience. This has always been the philosophy of what we do at Indira. So without further getting into depths of what's going to happen today, I am ready to welcome our esteemed panel of speakers to Sankalp Se Siddhi. Two very wonderful, wonderful speakers who I've known from the very time when I was a teenager and in college, like most of you all. Both of them have their roots from the city of Pune, which all of us are extremely proud about, but today have gone on to claim national fame, global fame, and are personalities who have one objective in mind, which is very close to their hearts, which is of transforming the human thinking and transforming society for the better. Well, with that introduction, only one instruction for all the participants today. The question and answers will happen after both the speakers and the moderator has spoken, which would be towards the end. But feel free to key in your questions as the talks go on, because we would want as many questions to come in from you all, and we will try and do our best in giving justice to whatever you ask of the speakers today. With that, I would like to rather hand over to our dynamic, forever young chairperson, Dr. Tarita Shankar, who's a visionary, who is uh, created a wonderful education group, which we all are a part of. And of course, she started the Indira Care Club movement, which is pretty unique and which has got thousands of followers today. So over to you, Dr. Tarita Shankar. Good morning, and I'm going to take a seat back till you all take the session forward. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, Chetan sir, and very good morning to all of you. And it's indeed a wonderful morning today. And before I get into my reading, because I wanted to pen down my thoughts and not miss even one thought about these two wonderful people, Pune city has got extremely wonderful rains, and all our dams are filled. And so the basic need of Pune city, that is water, has been taken care of for the next 1 year. So that's a very good news. When there's so much of sad news around, having good water in your city is a very good news for all of you. Thank you. Very good morning, dear friends, and welcome to Sankalp Se Siddhi, a webinar on youth, leadership, and spirituality. Well, all the three words certainly have taken up a very important role in today's time and situation. When the world is going through a common crisis that has pushed us into dark times, we look to our youth, good leadership, and spirituality to take us to light and happy times again. Hence, today's webinar, Sankalp, Resolve, Se Siddhi, Attainment, is so very relevant. We all need to resolve the very young, the not so young, and the old but the young at heart to walk together on this spiritual journey of attainment of values that need to take humans towards humanity by holding and helping each other, caring for and loving one another. When we talk of spirituality, for me, it means, personally for me, it means being true to myself and committed to my cause and my purpose of this life and living. And that for me is bettering the lives of people around me in whatever small or big way that I can. I wanted to be there for my students and my friends, beyond classrooms and campuses, beyond parties and fun. I wanted to be there when they felt alone and helpless, when no one seemed to understand them. And as I've gone through all this in my life personally, I knew exactly that this was my calling, my purpose. And with this thought in mind, was born the Indira Care Club in 2015. Since then, I have been there for thousands of students, friends, known and unknown people. मैंने अपना संकल्प से सिद्धि का सफर शुरू किया और जितना सुकून मुझे उस कार्य में मिला शायद ही मुझे और किसी कार्य में आज तक मिला है. So with this background, it's time to introduce our two highly acclaimed guests for this morning. Mr. Rajan Navani, Raja for me for last 33 years, as he happens to be my brother's Chetan's best friend and school and college mate too since 1987. Both doing their schooling from the prestigious Vincent's High School of Pune and then electronics engineering. Of course, they did the engineering from two different colleges, but the bond that was, the bond that formed in Vincent's is there even till today. Rajan comes from a very illustrious business family, and after actively joining the family business, he added many new dimensions to it through his vision and dynamism. And today, their empire spreads across many countries, operating new age businesses like gaming, OTT, classifieds, cricket, mobility, healthcare, to just name a few. Rajan is also currently the chairman of the CII's, Confederation of Indian Industries, National Council on India at 75. He is a Government of India nominated CEO of the India-Japan and India-Sweden Business Leaders Forum. However, today I want to touch upon that aspect of Rajan and his family, which is most relevant to today's topic, Sankalp Se Siddhi. For the last 33 years, I have seen the Navani family, their spiritual inclination, their highly cultured background, their respectful and humble attitude, their ethical approach, their reverence to their elders. So it was not difficult for someone like me to really foresee the success of this family and the sustenance of that success. Success comes easily, but to sustain success over years, it's a long process. It's a tapasya, which I have seen in the Navani family. And Raja today, being the head of the family, I really can see it in Raja. And I love the way you spread it across to your friends, to your family, to all the various forums that you are on. I'm sure you carry this quality of yours. So Rajan Navani is today a true example of leadership, an icon for all the youth indeed. Well, our second guest really needs not much of an introduction. Her face radiates a light that brightens the path of so many who are lost. Her eyes shine brightly, dispelling the darkness from so many lives. Her words soothe away the pains of the most pained souls, and her entire persona emanates an aura that touches and cleanses the souls of millions. She is none other than a very revered Brahma Kumari Shivani ji. Again, Shivani for me, as I know her last 27 years, the always smiling, bubbly, lovely young girl doing her electronics engineering has today transformed into a messiah for millions, guiding them to her pearls of wisdom and her wealth of knowledge. With her lovely smile intact and her aura as bright and shining today as back then. I still remember that, Shivani. And today, to see Rajan, Chetan, and Shivani ji together on this platform just once again makes me say how important it is to form human chains that stand the test of time and add value to human and their lives. Chetan through education, Rajan through business, and Shivani ji through spirituality. Once again, a warm welcome to all of you on our show today, Sankalp Se Siddhi. Indeed, a warm welcome to everybody. ये दिल से है आप सबका स्वागत करती हूँ मैं आज इंदिरा पूरी इंदिरा समूह की तरफ से जो भी हमें ज्वाइन हुए हैं फेसबुक पे इंदिरा के और चैनल्स के ऊपर से सबका मेरी तरफ से इंदिरा से हार्दिक स्वागत हो और ज्यादा बड़बड़ मैं नहीं करूंगी क्योंकि हम सबको इन दोनों बहुत ही फैंटास्टिक लोगों को सुनना है. Rajan, about your business, Shivani ji, about your spirituality, the two things which are going to keep India intact today in the difficult times that we're going through. So over to you, Rajan. Without further ado, Rajan Navani for all of you, please.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Tarita. And thank you, Tari and Chetan. I would say Tari and Chan, as we would call them, since you mentioned, it's always such a joy to be back in the family, right? And Indira has never been something that has been away from me in any form or any shape at any point in time, and thank you for those very kind words, Tari, but, I think it's the influence of people who you share your life with that shape you, right? And that shapes each one of us. And I think when we are talking about subjects like spirituality and things like that, I think it comes down to a way of life. It comes down to how you interact, how the things you believe in, how do you really, do the simple things in life, define you as a person, and in the end help build you as a character, helps build your future. And actually, the topic is so appropriate today, and you summed it so beautifully that I have very little to add to really what this significance of this is. But I must say that a subject like this is naturally going to come from an institution like yours, because it's not often, I think, that education institutions really look at this subject so seriously. And the meaningfulness of a topic like this, I think, is only going to increase, in the times to come. Especially as Chetan rightly said, in times of COVID, it's brought out so many aspects, so many emotions of people that we never knew even existed. So, I was just kind of thinking that today's show is, of course, Shivani's show, and I would encourage all of you who have joined this session to really listen to Sister Shivani and the words that she will share, because every word can have an impact on your life of an unmeasurable kind. And so I am actually going to look at this subject a little differently and just speak for a few minutes to kind of set some context given the background that I come from. So if I were to look at really what is the importance of having people with the right mindset in a company or in the business world, what is that key aspect that companies would look at when they are hiring people, when it comes to particularly being able to see how people can maintain their mental strength in times like this, right? And this is the time we see tremendous levels of exposure. We've seen a lot of cases across our organization of fear, anxiety, depression, and its impact on productivity, its impact on families, its impact on other people. And I can tell you that the importance that companies are going to give to something like this is going to increase significantly post-COVID. And this entire COVID has been like 9/11 hitting the whole world at the same time. So it's not going to be unique or restricted only to a country like India, but something that is going to impact the world. So I think it's going to leave a very permanent change, and the ability for people to build strong minds, the source of which lies in your spirit or knowing yourself better and being able to conduct yourself better I think is a given change that is going to exist in the world. Even in our organizations, right? And if you see in industry in general, mental health, if you talk of it, has been a taboo subject, right? I mean, just think about it. If someone was talking to even some of our managers, and I said, if someone wrote to you a note saying that, I'm applying for sick leave because I'm just not feeling mentally up to it, I'll just take some time off for a few days and join a little later, how would you react, right? And you have a physical challenge, you're physically sick, everybody accepts it. But when you say, I am, mentally stressed and, I think I need a week off or I need 5 days off. And unfortunately, the repair for for something that is bothering you mentally is not even a pill or something that can, put you back into shape in a little bit, because it just makes it worse. And I must tell you that across our organization, when we ask these kind of questions, we didn't get any clear answers, right? And now this is an organization, at least, where we have tried hard. We put HR practices in place, thanks to Sister Shivani and the products that we are working in, where we recognize this as a potential problem, a place where we really think that people should be able to have the opportunity to, to come back, because they come back with greater efficiency and it's right for the company. And I think we all know that. But the timings at which these things happen are normally at times of stress, when there are deadlines, very similar to what you would experience during exams, right? The time when you're in exam is the time when you're likely to face most anxiety, most depression, and that time you cannot take off. So it's the same thing that applies, I think, to the real world. So really being able to find that balance, is extremely hard. So where does the solution lie? The solution only lies in really addressing this problem as a way of life. I don't think there is a one overnight solution that will fix it or something like that. And I think therefore the importance of how people are going to really perform in times of stress, or how are they equipped to deal with some of these things, is going to be a very strong measure of your future success in the corporate world. So I just thought that, I wanted to add that one aspect to this entire discussion. The second discussion, the second point is that, if you look at statistics, right, and the best country that would look at statistics from this angle is definitely the US, because I think US as a country has the largest issues around mental health, but also one which is, really being able to meaningfully, put these things into numbers. So there was some statistic that I read that, just depression in the US has caused about 200 million man days, which have been lost, which translates to about 20 to 40 billion dollars. That was the range that was given in productivity, right? Now, what does that really mean? That means that even for companies, if they don't recognize this, there is a challenge, right? So it's not only going to decide on how you become a part of the workforce, but also how companies accept, and look at this subject moving forward. So as I said, I am very clear that, happier people who are coming to work are going to be more productive. As you look at happiness, you understand that, they will not only survive, but they will thrive in a space like this. And being happy requires you to have tremendous amount of, mindful approach to life before you can experience that, on a sustainable basis. And I think Tarita mentioned something about everything that you do, try and find a way to keep it, sustainable. And we have been experimenting with the face recognition technology, where we are trying to identify from the faces of the people who are entering, the office, how happy they are when they enter, because we believe that that will, reflect in their work. Based on that, we will be able to understand how sensitively you should deal with that person. But more importantly, we want to check the faces when they leave work. Because if they are happy when they go home, then that's the only time they're going to come back happier the following day, because they will make people back at home happy. How many times have you seen, your parents who are in the workforce, or even you yourself, right? When you go back, stressed and, anxious, you're not going to be able to be one who can spread happiness and joy around you. And if you're not able to do that, you're not only not going to be productive enough, but you're not really living what you were born to live, right? You're all born to live joyous and happy lives. And Sister Shivani will give you the secret today, on how do you really leverage the power of thought and use that to really be able to transform not only yourself but even those around you. And that really gave us the basis for creating ThinkRight.me. Education institutions, I mean, unlike Indira, I would like to say, or at least in school and at that level, we always taught what we should say or what we should do. We will say, "Jhoot mat bolo, don't hit anybody," but rarely do we talk about that the source of what you say or what you do really lies in your thought, right? Before you are going to hit someone, you're going to say a speak a lie, or you're going to do, it is already built up in your mind. So ThinkRight.me, we have used and we've created and leveraged digital to bring a platform out to you that enables you to kind of change the process by way of which you live your life and operate in life. So how does a thought then translate into the right speech and action? And how do you really keep that thought alive in your mind through the day? So, it's a daily journey of affirmation. A very simple example, right? You wake up in the morning, 5 a.m., you will affirm to yourself, I'm not going to get angry today, right? And then through the day, watch that thought. Keep that thought uppermost in your mind, I'm not going to get angry today. I'm not going to get angry today. And you will realize that as you go through the day, you will not in your speech or action demonstrate anger. Now, not that it's going to happen overnight, right? It is a law of nature. It is something that comes from there. And actually, you're going to go back and see every action, every word that you speak is emanating from a thought that was built there, right? So decluttering thought, being able to affirm what really you want to see happen in your life, right, is really the essence of ThinkRight.me. Of course, there's a lot of meditation, there are a lot of other things that will help you cool, calm yourself, and of course bring you into that zone that enables you to not only think clearly, but then through the day, carry that thought with you. I think another aspect that we believe reflects the way you behave with everyone, again emanating out of thought, is the emotion that you would carry through that. So, there's a methodology for us to be able to measure the emotional quotient. What are those episodes during that day that actually take you away from an affirmation such as that? Sometimes it is the same people that you meet at a particular time. So on a time chart, you can actually map how you are feeling through the day. Because at the end of the day, the goal is that the thought will make you sustainably happy for much longer periods of time. Now, of course, we can go into discussions on what that means, but just the core essence that will not only make you more productive, it will also make you, someone who can be a more valuable person in society. So with Jet Synthesis, as both Tarita and Chetan mentioned, we have taken that path where we believe that digital for good is here for the long term. I think the interaction in the digital world is only going to increase, and we are seeing that. I think each one of you are seeing it in your own lives, and what we are doing today is a great example of how it's going to increase and improve, and so many more things are going to get done. So Jetson is really being formed as a company which is believing in building products for India and the world, which will reflect the digital for good philosophy. And I think the digital for good does not come from me saying it, right? The digital for good comes from the consumers who are using that digital and feeling good about using that. It is also about building that bond of trust. I think today's session is as much about, trust. It is as much about, as Tarita rightly mentioned, about journeys in life that you carry with one another, that ultimately will yield an outcome, which brings you a very different kind of joy. And I can tell you today, 4 of us who are here, not one is faking that joy. Yeah, it's a true sense of joy that we are feeling just being here after God knows how many years, and chatting with all of you. So I think when you are on the right journey, you are doing the right things with the right set of people. Not only I think will you be happy and you will be joyful, but you will be able to truly impact the world the way you could have only dreamt of. And that secret is what you will hear. So thank you. Thank you again, Tareen and Chetan, for inviting me here, and happy to take questions after we listen to Sister Shivani. Thanks.
Thank you, Rajan. That was indeed so wonderful, and every word that you said, you meant it, of course, and it came from your heart. And I'm surely it must have directly reached the hearts and minds of people all listening to you. And the takeaways from your, of course, talk are all of us what are thinking commonly today is the mental health that is going to be so much important post-COVID today, because everybody has really, I mean, gone through such a bad phase, are still going through, because we are still not aware what the future is going to be. I mean, we all want to cope with it, we all want to live with it, we all want to survive it, but yet once the whole thing is over, it's going to leave its impact. And like you rightly said, spirituality is going to play a very, very big role in this in the coming days. Digital, I mean, the entire digitization of what we saw in the last 6 months, I don't think we saw it in the last 6 decades, what happened, in the last 6 months. And so that is going to have a large impact on people and their way of living. I also feel that educationists like us, I mean, we are going to be having a difficult task ahead, actually, of balancing, where we want to see that the young students are out in the open air. They must feel the open air. They must get, the right kind of oxygen and be under a tree and play on the ground. Yet we saw how the last 6 months threw everything out of gear, and we had to depend on digital. So probably in times to come, we will have a big onus upon ourselves to, because people are going to get used to the digital world. They're already used to the digital world, a lot of digitization. How to blend the digital world and the real world and give them a beautiful experience to the youngsters is something what educators, are going to have a big role to play in. And I'm sure Shivani ji will have a big role to play in at that time, because rightly said by Rajan, mental health is going to play a very, very big role in the years to come, in the days to come, in the months to come, today and long term too. So without, again, much talk from my side, let's all listen to Shivani ji, जिसके लिए बहुत से लोग जो यहाँ हैं, सब लोग आपको सुनने के लिए तरस रहे हैं, आपकी बातों को सुनने के लिए तरस रहे, और ये जो आपकी मुस्कान है, उसको देखने के लिए तरस रहे. Thank you for being with us once again, and hand over to you, Shivani ji.
Om Shanti, and thank you so much. Thank you so much, Darita ji, for your blessings and pure wishes. Whatever someone says about us, it's not so much about us, it's about the person who's saying it, because they are reflecting their inner state and their thought process. And so just while listening to her, it again reminded me of a very, very firm belief system that when someone appreciates you, it's thank you to them for the beautiful person they are, for sharing such beautiful thoughts. And when someone criticizes you, have compassion for them. They're not feeling good today. That's why they are talking like that. But sometimes in both cases, we take it personally and we say, oh, they appreciated me so much, and we can go there. And when someone says a word which we do not like, we said, oh, they said this to me, and we go down. But in both the cases, and that's a spiritual principle, Ninda Stuti Ek Saman, which means whether it's criticism or it's appreciation, we remain here, stable. So the pendulum has to remain centered. If the pendulum goes this side when you're appreciated, then the pendulum will go that side when you're criticized. So Ninda Stuti Ek Saman, which means what people are saying about us, it's actually reflecting their state of mind. Mostly, people have a lot of nice things to say about all of us that reflects their beauty and their purity. But sometimes when people don't say something nice to you, don't take it personally. Don't take it personally, because especially with all our digital platforms, now people saying things about us is not just family, friends and neighbors. It's all over the world. Anybody from all over the world has a right to come and comment on your social media handle and say something about you. And we can sulk and we'll say, mere baare mein aisa bol diya. So very important spiritual principle again to be adopted, to be remembered. Ninda Stuti Ek Saman, which means stability in appreciation and in criticism. Like everyone's been sharing today, Rajan, Chetan and me were enduring our engineering at the same time. So which I was just calculating while they were talking, which year was that? So I think it's around 30 years back. And I thought 30 years back, we would have never thought that three of us would be here like this on one platform talking about youth, leadership, and spirituality. But most important is 30 years back when we were in college, depression was a word we were not talking about. That's for sure. I don't think we even knew about depression. It was something which happened, those rarest of rare, something which happened to somebody. Actually, we were not even talking about the word stress. We didn't walk around in school and college saying, I am stressed, you're stressed, we are stressed. Stress is normal, not at all. The only word which we would have uncomfortable would be tension. हमें को थोड़ी सी टेंशन हो रही है और वो भी टेंशन कौन से दिन होती थी 1 day before the exam and 1 day before the result 2 days of the year only tension rest of the year we were not talking stress stress was only in physics stress was not in the mind and it's that physics equation which we need to take back stress is equal to pressure divided by resilience stress is equal to pressure divided by resilience this is in physics same applies for the mind. Stress is equal to pressure divided by resilience. So pressure are the challenges of our life. In school, a pressure for me could be just my exam. That's a pressure. In college, it's your career goals. Today for the world, COVID is a pressure. It's a numerator, but we need to remember it's only the numerator. What we've done for the last few years, we've ignored the denominator and we said stress is equal to pressure. So even if we are stuck in a traffic jam, we say I'm stressed. Just because there's a traffic jam on the road, I am stressed. अब traffic jam तो road पे था ना, mind में थोड़ी था. But we said if there is a traffic jam on the road, then getting stressed is normal. Getting irritated is normal. Using abusive language for someone who's not driving right around you is normal. Anger is normal. So a lot of uncomfortable emotions, stress, anger, anxiety, fear, comparison, competition, jealousy, complaining, every uncomfortable emotion, we labeled it as normal. हमने कहा ये तो normal है and जब COVID आया हमने कहा डर लगना तो normal है, fear तो normal है. So you know what we were doing? We were calling a disease as normal, an uncomfortable feeling as normal. And when as a society we call it normal, तो then everybody feels इसको ठीक क्या करना है? ये तो normal है. As a result, हमारे पास डायबिटीज आ गया, हाइपरटेंशन आ गया. हमने कहा डायबिटीज ये तो नॉर्मल है, ये तो बहुत होता रहता है आजकल, तो ये तो नॉर्मल है. अभी आजकल डिप्रेशन भी नॉर्मल है. People even say I'm feeling very depressed today. Never say that I'm feeling depressed today. Depression is an illness. Do not call it your mood. If you keep saying that often, I'm very depressed today, you'll manifest it in your life. That is Sankalp Se Siddhi. And फिर धीरे धीरे divorce be normal. So everything, and then what we've done with the environment. So whether it was our mind, whether it was our body, whether it was our relationships, whether it was nature, uncomfortable things which were not healthy for us, we labeled it as normal. And when we labeled it as normal, it just increased in society. And then we are facing the repercussion of that today. So when we hear the word spirituality, when I was in college and I heard spirituality, my first reaction was, I don't need it. मुझे नहीं चाहिए ये. मेरी life बिल्कुल perfect है. There's no problem in my life. I don't need it. Because I didn't understand what is spirituality. So many of the youth children, they say spirituality is not for me. Because we think spirituality means wearing a particular color clothes, living life a particular way. No, spirituality is not that. Spirituality is the way of thinking. Spirituality in simple words would mean emotional fitness. Emotional fitness. We all take care of our physical fitness. Spirituality is a way to take care of your emotional fitness. So just take 10 seconds and rank yourself on emotional fitness on a grade of 1 to 10. So 1 would be emotionally weak and 10 would be emotionally fit. Rank yourself on a grade of 1 to 10 parameter. How would I check whether I'm emotionally fit? You know, like we're able to check our physical stamina, similarly emotional fitness, or you can call it emotional immunity, or you can call it emotional independence. Come 15th of August, we're all going to be saying Happy Independence Day to each other. But are we really independent? Physical independence, yes. Social independence, yes. Emotional independence? No, no. We are very, very dependent as far as our emotions are concerned. So let's rank ourselves on a grade of 1 to 10 for our emotional fitness parameters. एक एक चीज सुनते जाइएगा, अपने आप को नंबर देते जाइएगा. 1 to 10, where do I stand? First criteria, is my mind dependent on people and situations? Is my mind, my feelings, my thoughts dependent on situations and people? Which means, do I need people and situations to be perfect and my way for me to feel good? Yeah, I'm walking around in my life saying, I'm angry because of them. I'm upset because of them. She hurt me. He irritated me. This vocabulary, this belief system that my anger, my irritation, my happiness, my respect, which means everything inside is dependent on the outside world, as if people were carrying a remote control and they can press a button and I will start feeling like that. This is very, very low emotional health. This is low emotional immunity because I am getting affected by the world, which means थोड़ी सी हवा बदली, थोड़ा सा पानी बदला और मेरी तबीयत खराब. My immunity system is low. So first criteria to check emotional fitness, does my mind get affected by people's behaviors and situations? Second, am I more grateful in life or am I complaining about life? Complaining about life मतलब ये ठीक नहीं है, ये ठीक नहीं है, ऐसा ठीक नहीं है, वैसा ठीक नहीं है, सरकार ठीक नहीं है, मेरी प्रिंसिपल ठीक नहीं है, मेरी टीचर ठीक नहीं है, मेरे कलीग्स ठीक नहीं है, मेरे मम्मी पापा भी ठीक नहीं है, उनको भी चेंज होने की जरूरत है. So I'm wanting the world to change. I have a lot to complain. Complaining is a low vibrational energy. Gratitude. Gratitude is a high vibrational energy. Another sign of low emotional health, am I comparing myself with people? अपने आप का कंपैरिजन दूसरों से करना, एंड या तो अपने आप को सुपीरियर फील करना या अपने आप को इंफीरियर फील करना, या अपने आप को दूसरों की तरह बनाने की कोशिश करना, यू नो, कंटिन्यूसली वांटिंग योरसेल्फ टू चेंज सो दैट आई एम लाइक अदर पीपल, एंड मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट, सीकिंग अप्रूवल ऑफ पीपल. लोग मुझे कहें कि मैं अच्छी हूँ, then मैं अच्छी हूँ, which means I need validation from people, I need approval from people, and then I keep trying to change myself to become that what people will approve of. So whether it is how I behave, the vocabulary that I use, there are so many words in our vocabulary right now which we are using, which are unhealthy for us, because every word is a vibration, and we use foul language, abusive language, slang language. लेकिन जिसको आजकल के बच्चे कहते हैं, ओ ये तो कूल है, वो कूल नहीं है, वो लो वाइब्रेशन है, वो बहुत लो वाइब्रेशन है, because every time we are using a negative energy word, we are radiating that vibration to the mind and to our body and to people and to the environment. But because our friends were using that vocabulary and they thought we were not cool if we were not using that vocabulary, we started talking like that. We started dressing up the way our friends was dressing up. Otherwise, they called us very old-fashioned, very conservative. Tum to bade purane zamane ke ho. So we changed the way we dressed up. We changed the way we partied. We changed the way what we eat, what we drink. This is all seeking validation. Matlab, I am good only if the world says I am good. This does not allow me to stand on my values and principles. And that means my self-esteem, my self-respect is not in my hands. I'm walking around to the world saying, please approve of me. And since the time we have social media, now we need everybody to approve of us. So which means everything that I post, people should like it. People should give a good comment on it. And if somebody does not like it, I get offended and I say, kya hua? Did I not write the right thing? Or I don't like that person. They didn't like my post. Tomorrow, I'm also not going to like their post. And I give up my quality of appreciating people. So these very few, there are a lot of other parameters, but few parameters I've checked. First, emotional dependence. Am I dependent on people and situations for how am I feeling? Do I blame people for my behavior and my thoughts? आपकी वजह से मुझे गुस्सा आ गया, आपने मुझे हर्ट कर दिया, अब आप सॉरी बोलो तो मेरा मूड ठीक हो जाएगा. This is again standing like this, like a seeker in the world. Leadership cannot stand like this. Leadership is not one who wants, who seeks. Leadership is who gives. just sort of dete hain. So to be a leader, I have to be a giver in life. Giver. And giver doesn't mean I'm giving away everything I have. Giver means from here. I give respect. I give love. I give happiness. I seek nothing of it. That's leadership quality, because leadership is a high vibrational quality. Leader is the one who empowers others, so they have to be very high in their vibrations. So one is emotional independence. Second is gratitude, not complaining in life. Third, we are not in the race of comparison and competition. Cooperation is our nature. Cooperation is our nature. Cooperation is emotional fitness. Competition and comparison is the easiest way to lead a stressed life. Easiest way to lead a stressed life. Always in a race. Always in a race. कभी भी अपनी journey को enjoy नहीं करेंगे. Just visualize from Pune to Mumbai on the expressway. Each one in their own car, driving, having a good time with family. Beautiful journey. Everyone will reach Mumbai at their time, at their pace. Most important, driving the car according to their values and principles. लेकिन गाड़ी चलाते चलाते किसी ने थॉट क्रिएट की रेस करते हैं, उसके बाद की जर्नी क्या हो गई? उसके बाद की आवर फोकस वाज ओनली वन थिंग, मुझे उस गाड़ी से आगे जाना है. Now switch off the music, don't give me anything to eat, everyone in the car keep quiet, purpose of my life is only one thing, to go ahead of that car. फिर भी बॉम्बे पहुंचेंगे, पहुंचेंगे तो फिर भी, लेकिन खुश रहकर नहीं पहुंचेंगे, स्ट्रेस्ड होकर पहुंचेंगे, क्योंकि दूसरों से आगे जाने के एम से पहुंच रहे थे. And most important, if on the journey the other car breaks down and they are stuck on the road, are we going to stop and help them? If we believed life was a journey, then our natural sanskar of caring, sharing, cooperation would emerge and we would help them. Beautiful relationship. But if we thought we are in a race, then in a very subtle manner, we'll be happy they got stuck. हमने कहा अच्छा हुआ अटक गए, now I can go first. So this creates very, very negative vibrations. We literally get happy when other people get stuck only because that gives us the opportunity to go ahead of them. This is low emotional fitness. और ऐसे करते करते करते, if I am on a low emotional health and then there is a situation in my life, I don't have the strength to cope with that situation. And then there are chances that I tip off from an emotional health issue to a mental health issue. You know, there is a thin line between emotional health and mental health. We don't want to shift towards a mental health. We'll have to take care of emotional health. But if stress, anxiety, fear, all this is my natural part of life, then any day, and we would not know when that day will come, any day we can shift from emotional health to a mental health issue. And then we shift on to depression, anxiety attack, panic attack. लेकिन अगर हम अपनी emotional health का ध्यान रख लेते हैं, we will never ever go towards a mental health issue. Never. Never ever we will go towards a mental health issue. So as a society, definitely as youth, as children today, we should start taking care of our emotional health from now. From now. So one little experiment we are going to do today is 12th, and today is Youth Day, and 15th is Independence Day. So for 12, 13, 14, 15, 4 days we are going to practice emotional independence. 4 days practicing emotional independence, which means whatever happens in the next 4 days, and whatever means whatever, कुछ भी हो सकता है. कोई आपको कुछ भी कह सकता है, कोई आपके साथ गलत बिहेव कर सकता है, कोई आपका कहना नहीं मानेगा, कोई काम पूरा नहीं करेगा, anything. 4 days, I will remain calm and stable and respond with dignity, which means I will not get affected by other people's behavior. I will respond through my sanskar of respect and dignity. I will still discipline, I will still put across my point, I will still be assertive, but I will not lose control. I will not lose control over myself because I'm emotionally independent. Emotionally independent. अगर हम किसी के बिहेवियर की वजह से आउट ऑफ कंट्रोल हो गए तो उस टाइम आपको अपने आप को याद दिलाना पड़ेगा द अदर पर्सन ओवरपावर्ड मी, वो मुझ पर हावी हो गए, वो जीत गए, मैं हार गई. Then again get up and again start. No, I am going to remain calm and stable and respond. While you're going to do this for 4 days, what is going to happen? You're going to conserve energy here. This is like a battery. This is like a battery here. We have to keep this battery charged. That is emotional immunity. That will give you physical immunity. लेकिन कुछ भी हुआ, इधर गुस्सा, उधर इरिटेशन, उधर नाराजगी, उधर ये, तो ये बैटरी तो ऐसे हो जाती है शाम तक. अभी तो स्टूडेंट लाइफ चल रही है, अभी तो बहुत ज्यादा स्टिमुलस है भी नहीं, तो भी बैटरी कम हो गई है. एंड नाउ टुमारो when you become somebody's spouse, day after tomorrow you're a parent, then you're a leader of an organization, then there are going to be a lot of situations, lot of things to which you have to adapt, to adjust, to accommodate, to tolerate. Battery charge रहनी चाहिए. Leadership is like this, battery charge. Even if there is a crisis, calm inside. So if we start from now, living our life in a way which takes care of this emotional battery, not giving away our happiness to people just because they did not behave right, then we're going to be emotionally very, very strong. Very, very strong emotionally. And Sankalp se Siddhi. So this is an experiment we will do for 4 days. अपने आप को रोज चेक करना, रोज अपने आप को रैंक करना, and you will realize that emotionally you're very strong. We are very strong. हम तो ऐसे ही गवा रहे थे ना, because हमें सोसाइटी ने सिखाया गुस्सा करना तो नेचुरल है, तो जब भी कोई आपका काम ठीक से नहीं करे आप गुस्सा कर दो. So we taught our mind to react. Now we are going to teach our mind to respond, to conserve energy, respond, not disturb the other person, influence the other person with our power and stability, because we are leaders. Leaders influence people. When we use the word leader, we say the one who motivates, the one who inspires. But how will you motivate and inspire? When you influence the other person with your vibration, not just with your words. आजकल सब कह रहे हैं डरो मत, लेकिन खुद ही डरे हुए अंदर से, तो फिर वो कैसे इंस्पायर करेंगे दूसरे को? So influence comes when inside you are fearless. Then every word you say will influence the other person, because you will pull the other person up to a higher vibration. Why the title Sankalp se Siddhi? Now, many of us don't understand this title, but we understand it when it's in English. It actually means thoughts manifest. We've all heard, we've read about law of attraction. We've all experimented with law of attraction, but sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't work. The Sankalp means thought, and Siddhi means manifest. So Sankalp se Siddhi means what we think repeatedly will become a reality. This is an equation of life. What we think and speak repeatedly, which means we think and speak very often, that will become a reality. Abhi kya ho raha hai? We are working the other way around. Whatever is the reality, we are thinking and speaking like that. So we are trying to go the other way around. So suppose abhi COVID hai, so this is our reality. So we are saying COVID hai, तो डर तो लगेगा ही. So we are taking our thoughts from the situation. It's not situation se thought, it is thought se situation. Sankalp se siddhi. There's another equation. Sankalp se srishti. The world is created from our thoughts, and world means my body, my relationships, my workplace, my education, how I perform in an exam, my nature, my prakriti, environment. Everything is created from my thoughts, and thoughts was the only thing we were not taking care of, whereas it's our thoughts which create the world. So Sankalp se Siddhi means create only that thought, what you want to see as your reality tomorrow. And that's why we shared in the beginning, never say I'm depressed. I am, fill in the blank, whatever you write after that. And if you say it often, will become a reality. And so about 10 years back, we started saying, I am stressed, I am stressed, I am stressed, became a reality. Now, many of us are saying, I am depressed. We open the window in the morning, we say the weather is depressive. Imagine starting the morning with the low energy word. The weather is very depressive today. Low energy words, they will become our reality. So for the current situation, we'll select a few thoughts by which we can change our reality. Affirmations. Sankalp means affirmations. Sometimes we create negative affirmations. जैसे हम कई बार कहते हैं, मुझसे नहीं ये होता, मेरे से नहीं होता ये. Now this is an affirmation. मेरे से नहीं होता, ये बहुत मुश्किल है, मेरे से नहीं होता. Now when I keep saying मेरे से नहीं होता, I cannot do it, it will become a reality. Just take one experiment, 1 month, for that same thing which you cannot do. You create a thought, you say, I do it beautifully, with ease. It comes natural to me. अभी आपसे हो नहीं रहा होगा वो. हो नहीं रहा होगा. So you think I'm not telling the truth. मुझसे नहीं हो रहा. Why am I saying कि मुझसे हो रहा है? Because the equation is what you will create here will become a reality. Just start creating it here first, and then what we create here, it radiates and it manifests in the outside world. So start saying मुझसे हो रहा है. मुझसे सिर्फ हो नहीं रहा, मुझसे बहुत easily हो रहा है. ये तो बहुत natural है. मेरे लिए ये बहुत easy है. कभी कभी हम कुछ सब्जेक्ट्स के लिए कह देते हैं, ये सब्जेक्ट मेरे से बहुत मुश्किल है. I can do everything, but this subject, I am just not good at it. And we keep saying it. And not only we say, our friends also say, हाँ, ये सब्जेक्ट तो तुम्हारे लिए बहुत मुश्किल है. I don't know, तुम इस सब्जेक्ट में मैनेज कर जाओगे, क्रॉस कर लोगे इसको. सो इतनी ब्लेसिंग्स हमको मिलती हैं. ये आपके लिए मुश्किल है, ये आपके लिए मुश्किल है, ये आपके लिए मुश्किल है. तो हम सब मिलकर बहुत प्यार से उस सब्जेक्ट को अपने लिए मुश्किल बना देते हैं. बिकॉज इट इज संकल्प से सिद्धि. क्रिएट एन अफर्मेशन, ये सब्जेक्ट मेरे लिए सबसे इजी है, सबसे इजी है. बाकी सब सब्जेक्ट से भी ज्यादा इजी ये वाला सब्जेक्ट है. पब्लिक स्पीकिंग से डर लगता है, क्रिएट अ थॉट, पब्लिक स्पीकिंग इज माय नेचुरल पर्सनालिटी. Giving an interview, simple, it's just a conversation with the other person. It's a being talking to another being. Simple, start thinking and talking. लेकिन अगर कहा पेपर तो मैं क्रॉस कर लूंगा, लेकिन वो इंटरव्यू में कौन जाएगा? पिछली बार भी इंटरव्यू में मेरा नहीं अच्छा हुआ, आई एम श्योर इस बार भी बहुत मुश्किल होगा. रिपीटेड अफर्मेशंस. एंड देन जब अगली बार भी अच्छा नहीं होता, हम कहते हैं मुझे पता था अच्छा नहीं होगा. मुझे पता था अच्छा नहीं होगा नहीं, हमने सोच सोच के उसको खराब कर दिया, उसको बोल बोल के. So affirmation means what we want should become a reality. We will create a thought, it already is. So that's why this app which Rajan was talking about, it's called thinkrite.me. The .me is very important, which means situation may not be right, people may not be right, only one person needs to be right. Thinkrite.me. We want everybody else to be right, and we keep telling them to change. Thinkrite.me. So let's create few affirmations for our current situation. Because हम सबको ना ये अपनी डर और चिंता को खत्म करना है, so that when we come back to college and we are back together, we are in our best emotional health. First affirmation, I've created 10 affirmations for this current situation, and then you can add your own affirmations to that. Language of affirmations. What you want should be a reality. You create a thought, it already is. First affirmation, I am a powerful being. I am a powerful being. And powerful means I don't get affected by people and situations. Nothing can disturb me. I'm stable and I respond with dignity. So the affirmation is I'm a powerful being. Second, I'm a peaceful being. Peace is power. Anger is weakness. So anger and irritation should be out. To create emotional fitness as an institute, you can make your entire school, college, and university a no anger zone, which means once somebody enters into the college of your campus, the gate, you are entering a no anger zone. So right from top to bottom, which means whether it's the leader of the institute, the principal, the teachers, the students, or the parents who come there to meet the faculty, no one uses anger as a tool. No one uses anger as a method of communication and expression because anger is a depleter for the one who creates it, for the one who receives it, and also for the environment. You are creating negative vibrations. We're creating leaders. If you create a no anger zone in your institute, then by the time you pass out, you would make wherever you work, whether it's a hospital, whether it's a company, whether it's your family, you would make your place a no anger zone because anger is not respect and dignity for the creator or for the receiver. So I am a peaceful being is the second affirmation. Third affirmation, I am a fearless being. Very, very important right now because there's vibration of fear and anxiety in the air, and we should not get influenced by that vibration. So I'm a fearless being is a higher vibration. Fourth, my body is perfect and healthy and will always be. Now this is replacing the thought, what if this happens to me? अगर मुझे हो गया तो गवर्नमेंट इज सेइंग कि अगले महीने स्कूल कॉलेज खुल जाएंगे तो हम चिंता क्रिएट करनी शुरू कर देते हैं सब खुल जाएंगे सब जाएंगे तो क्या होगा कुछ नहीं होगा लेकिन हम जब सोचना शुरू कर देते हैं तो बहुत कुछ होने लग जाता है because we're creating it here radiating it to our body so our thought is going to be my body is perfect and healthy and will always be a very, very important affirmation and visualization. God's power and blessings is a circle of protection around me. Please do this every day and do it many, many times in a day and do this forever for the rest of your life. God's power and blessings is a circle of protection around me. Visualize a circle of divine light, white light around you. It's like your energy field. Now, when you envelop yourself with the highest energy field, you are blocking all the negative vibes around you from entering your energy circle. You know, kai baar hum kehte hain, I am not getting good vibes from that person. So we don't need to get good vibes. We don't need to receive their vibes. We need to give them beautiful vibes. लेकिन हमें कहते हैं, I'm feeling low because I was not getting good vibes. So we're going to block that vibration. We cannot allow any negative vibrations to enter into our energy space. So God's power and blessings is a circle of protection around me. Nothing can enter into this circle. Next affirmation, God's blessings, circle of protection around my family. Because we all have a little worry for our family. Visualize each family member and draw this circle in your mind around them. Then a very important affirmation, God's power and blessings, circle of protection around our organization. Around our organization. Visualize your place, your school, your college, your class, and draw this beautiful energy around the place and create a blessing. Each one is safe and will always be. You're creating prayers and blessings for everyone around you. Ninth affirmation, God's power, circle of protection around the planet. We've not been saying nice things about the world in the last 4 months. आपको पता है हमने बहुत सारे नेगेटिव अफर्मेशंस क्रिएट किए हैं ये दुनिया का क्या हो गया 2020 तो गया ये साल ही अच्छा नहीं है these are negative affirmations and collectively we've been just saying them so many times 2020 is a year of miracle start saying that वो सोचो और बोलो and it will become your year of miracle and last affirmation that thing which had come on the planet is gone finished never to come again. Instead of thinking, ये तो रहेगा, अभी तो 2 साल रहेगा. No, it's finished, it's gone, it's over. So 10 affirmations. I'm a powerful being, peaceful being, fearless being, body perfect and healthy, circle of protection around me, around my family, around my institute, around the world, and that thing is over. Create affirmations for your studies. My concentration power is highest. Success is certain for me. And any subject thoda sa mushkil lag raha hai, change. Put it in your affirmation every morning. This subject is the simplest for me. Going for an interview, making a public talk comes natural to me. I'm just talking to people. That's all. सारा दिन तो इतनी सारी बातें करते हैं. अब थोड़े से ज़्यादा लोगों के सामने बातें करनी है. फर्क तो कुछ भी नहीं है. So we have to start saying that to ourselves. Now, how we use these affirmations. So create your set of affirmations and now we'll see how to use them. First thing in the morning. एक छोटी सी आदत जो हमें इंडिपेंडेंस डे से पहले हमें उससे इंडिपेंडेंट हो जाना है, एंड दैट इज लुकिंग एट द फोन फर्स्ट थिंग इन द मॉर्निंग। जब हम स्कूल और कॉलेज में थे तो लोग कहते थे आज सुबह सुबह आपने किसका चेहरा देखा था, आज आपका दिन अच्छा नहीं जा रहा, आज आपने सुबह सुबह किसका चेहरा देखा था। आजकल लोग नहीं पूछते क्योंकि सब लोग एक ही चेहरा देखते हैं सुबह सुबह, अपने फोन का। Looking at the phone first thing in the morning, which means even if you just scroll for 5 minutes through the world news or through your personal messages or through your social media handles, you've consumed the world onto your mind in the first 10 minutes of the morning. The mind is like a blotting paper. It's absolutely clean first thing in the morning. If you consume the world onto your mind first thing in the morning, then your emotional health will be dependent on the world energy. And you don't want that to happen. So leader will not consume the world onto their mind. Leader will change their world. And to change their world, you should not consume the world first thing. If you consume it, then you are what the world is. But if you want to change the world, you'll have to consume high vibrational content on your mind first thing in the morning. So it's just a little habit. 1 hour, don't look at your phone first thing in the morning. Might seem difficult to hear, but very, very easy. And if you do this, you've protected yourself for a lifetime from a very deep rooted habit, which many people have today. And this is going to keep you emotionally strong. So 1 ghanta subah, phone nahi, TV nahi, newspaper nahi, which means dunya nahi on my mind. The world should not be on my mind. First thoughts in the morning, gratitude. So tune in your frequency of the mind towards gratitude first thing in the morning. Then just sit for 5 minutes in bed and repeat these 10 affirmations. So you are programming your mind. You are creating the thought which you want your reality to be. And as you create the affirmation, visualize it also. I am powerful. Aaj kuch bhi ho jaye. I will be peaceful. I'm fearless. I'm healthy. I'm perfect in this subject. Public speaking, with ease, I connect with people. Visualize this all in the morning. Affirmation plus visualization will, coding of the mind will happen. So 5 minutes at least, do your affirmations. Then you do your yoga, pranayam, meditation. If you can learn meditation, very, very powerful tool. And at least 15 to 20 minutes, this is a must. At least 15 to 20 minutes, consume pure content. The biggest reason, in fact, one of the most important reasons of emotional and mental health crisis is content consumption. Digital platforms, yes, they were for our benefit, but we are consuming too much content and quality of content is a question mark. तो जब हम स्कूल में थे, हमारे पास डिजिटल कुछ था ही नहीं, एंड टीवी भी हम देखते थे तो एक एपिसोड आता था तो नेक्स्ट वीक वो वाला एपिसोड आता था, फिर से नेक्स्ट वाला। एंड टुडे आप सब बच्चे फोन उठाते हो एंड एक ही बारी में 5-6 एपिसोड ऐसे ही देख जाते हो, एंड आपको लगता है जब तक आप नेक्स्ट नहीं देखेंगे यू कांट बी हैप्पी, सो यू गेट एडिक्टेड टू दैट. What we watch, read, listen is who we become. Keep this equation with you forever. What we watch, read, listen is who we become. It's our emotional diet. What we watch, read, listen. You want to become emotionally strong, do only one thing. Restrict how much you're consuming from media, social media, and your OTT platforms. Just restrict and check quality. Every song you listen to, every movie you watch, every serial you watch, crime show, everything that you're watching, take care. So at least 20 minutes in the morning, a very, very healthy emotional diet. So which means consume any content which is positive, pure, motivational, inspirational. 20 minutes. Content of compassion, cooperation, forgiveness, empathy, letting go, happiness. कंटेंट जो हम बनना चाहते हैं, कंटेंट जो हम बनना चाहते हैं, तो जो हम सुनेंगे, पढ़ेंगे, देखेंगे, वो हम बन जाएंगे. सो फर्स्ट थिंग इन द मॉर्निंग एंड लास्ट थिंग बिफोर गोइंग टू स्लीप, ये 2 टाइम बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है of what content we consume. So affirmations first thing in the morning and affirmations as your last thoughts before you go to sleep. Just before you go to sleep, whatever you think will be working over here for the next 6 hours. अगर आप गलती से भी गलत थॉट लेकर सो गए, इवन अगर आप गलती से ये थॉट लेकर सो गए, मेरा पोर्शन पूरा नहीं हुआ कल के लिए, मेरी तैयारी ठीक नहीं हुई है कल के लिए, तो जितनी हुई थी ना उससे भी कम हो जाएगी वो 6 घंटे वाली नींद में, बिकॉज दैट इज आवर लास्ट थॉट बिफोर गोइंग टू स्लीप. सो द लास्ट थॉट्स बिफोर गोइंग टू स्लीप शुड बी अ वेरी वेरी पावरफुल affirmation. How much ever you've completed your syllabus, your last thought in the night should be, everything is perfect, tomorrow success is certain for me. Sleep with that thought. तो अगर इतनी भी तैयारी हुई थी ना सुबह तक इतनी हो जाएगी. Using the power of mind to create success. Success is only not only what we do outside. Success is how we are thinking inside while we are doing what we are doing. So repeat those 10 affirmations just before going to sleep. During the day, every hour or 2 hours, pause and repeat that affirmation. It will take only 10 seconds, but we are teaching our mind a new way of talking. You know, बच्चे को कैसे सिखाते हैं बात करना? We are teaching our mind a new way of thinking. And your food. Food is very important. Experiment with this, but experiment with a vegetarian diet. Because food is not just nutrition for the body. Food is nutrition for the mind. जैसा अन्न वैसा मन है, जैसा पानी वैसी वाणी, which means our food and water influences our mind and our vocabulary. Vegetarian food, why? Because animal in a slaughterhouse, emotions, hatred, anger, fear, violence, death, and when it comes on our plate, we call it health. It's not health, it's proteins. Not health, proteins. But proteins with a lot of those other vibrations. So at least जब तक COVID नहीं पूरा होता, तब तक तो we cannot consume food ना, which has fear and anxiety as its vibration. And actually, 3 months experiment करके देख लो with a vegetarian diet. You'll feel so light here. You'll never go back to it. You have to experiment with it. And just before you have your meals and you have your glass of water, pause for 10 seconds. We were taught this as children. Pause and pray before we eat. It's very, very important. Now, what you can do is pause and say your 10 affirmations before you eat and drink. Drink water, milk, tea, coffee. Only drink that. But water, milk, tea, coffee, वो लेने से पहले pause for 5 seconds. Say your 10 affirmations. After this webinar, go and Google water memory. Water memory. Water absorbs all vibrations. तो बहुत ध्यान से पानी पीना चाहिए, बहुत ध्यान से खाना खाना चाहिए. कभी भी फोन और टीवी के साथ खाना नहीं खाना चाहिए. लेकिन हम ऑपोजिट करते हैं, प्लेट लेते हैं और टीवी के सामने बैठ जाते हैं. यू नो, ये छोटी छोटी गलतियां जो हम कर रहे हैं, ये छोटी छोटी गलतियों ने हमें इमोशनली कमजोर बनाया, और ये छोटी छोटी चीजें हमें इमोशनली बहुत स्ट्रांग बना देंगे. कि while eating, no phone, no TV. 10 minutes of eating is like a ritual, nourishment for the mind and for the body. So no phone, no TV. Take a 10-second pause, say your affirmation, let your food absorb those high energy thoughts, let your water absorb those high energy thoughts, then eat and drink in silence. Just do this for 10 days, only 10 days. So it doesn't take months and years to change, only 10 days. Affirmation in the morning, affirmation in the night, affirmation before eating and drinking, and at least 15-20 minutes of pure content consumption in the morning, which means high nutrition diet, and 4 days emotional independence. 4 days and you will see how powerful you are. And फिर उसके बाद आप अपनी एनर्जी ऐसे लोगों को नहीं गवाएंगे. Just visualize, this is a battery, I have to keep it charged. And always one more affirmation, I am a giver. I am a giver. I give respect, love, and happiness. I don't need anything. I don't need anything from people. Say this to yourself many, many times. We receive emails from children who says, oh, my friend rejected me. I don't want to live. ये कोई जीवन है? ऐसे कोई बोलता है? ऐसे कोई सोचता है? नहीं, मेरे को जो करना था वो मुझे नहीं मिला. Now I don't want to live. ऐसे तो नहीं होता है. These thoughts show that I'm not taking charge of my life. So that's why जब हम इसको पहले से प्रैक्टिस करेंगे, I need nothing from people, I only give. फिर जीवन में कुछ भी उतार चढ़ाव आए, we are leadership. Leadership is not just a position, leadership is a quality. Here, leadership is here. Roles and responsibilities will be different for people, but quality of leadership can be for everybody. You can be a leader even while you're in school right now, while you're in college right now. That's leadership quality. And emotional fitness is a very, very important leadership quality. Very, very important. So thank you so much. And I'm sure under the leadership of Tarita ji and Chetan, leaders is what this institute will create, because leaders are those who only create leaders. So leaders will only create leaders. So miracles to happen from your institute. Thank you so much. Om Shanti.
Wow.
Thank you so much, Shivani ji, and it was wonderful listening to you. I'm just going to hand it over to Chetan quickly because he would love to summarize your talk. Chetan, over to you.
Wow, I think we have all witnessed an absolutely amazing session today. I had heard a lot about Shivani ji, and last time when we spoke, I went back to the time when I think first time I heard her more than 20 years back in Pune in one of the auditoriums when she was embarking on this journey, which has become her life and the life of many others. I think it was a masterclass in spirituality, the different aspects of what really constitutes spirituality and what the power of our mind is came out beautifully in the talk today. And why I say beautifully is because the simplicity with which she has passed on so many powerful messages and also shared so many wonderful techniques and methods which anyone as young as a school-going student to anybody who's even 70 years of age can really apply most of it in their day-to-day life to seek a transformation for the better. I think there are so many points, right from the start, which when she took off beautifully, talking about the Ninda Stuti Ek Saman, and a very, very beautiful concept which I had never visualized. For me, it would always be, yes, stress is equal to pressure. But the moment you divide it with resilience and think about it as a concept of a numerator upon a denominator, and it's such a simple mathematical equation applied to reality and applied to life. And I think every part of the talk had so many messages and such simple ones, which, yes, I have made many pages of notes after a long time. And I think I'm sure many of you all would have done the same today. And I can see the whole chat box filled with a lot of questions also, which I was noting down. But of course, I would like to end by saying that one of the biggest takeaways is the 10 affirmations which she talked about. And those, I think, 10 is going to be very difficult for even me to think about implementing in a quick time. But if I can start with 3, 4, 5 and keep pursuing this, I'm sure each one of us would soon be able to touch upon all 10 of those. So Shivani ji, that was really wonderful, fabulous, fabulous insights
Chetan
into
will
what...
make the institute a no anger zone.
Yes, we will. I think that
Yes.
Didi must
So
have
you missed out.
already
That was
decided.
very important.
She would have already decided that. I'm sure she would.
Rajan has already written. Rajan has already written in his office, no anger zone outside. If you go there.
Wow.
We have it in our boardrooms and all.
Yeah.
And
You have it in the board.
to your affirmation on the thinkrite.me platform, every morning at 5 a.m.
Yeah,
you get
very
one
nice.
affirmation, right? So that's how the day starts. So that's a pretty interesting way. So you don't have to remember these. Every morning you will get one and just follow that.
Okay. That's pretty amazing.
I've
So over
already
to the
written,
question and
see,
answers.
I've already written here, Shivani, that making Indira a no anger zone. I've already
Yes.
written it down on a separate page, not where your questions are. It's already there and it's fantastic. And to a large extent, I mean, I used to be one of the most, angry young women, equated to, the angry Amitabh or something. I used to get angry, very angry, and I used to be aggressive. But for the last few years, and especially in the last 2, 3 years, I mean, my anger has dissipated. I'm following so much of what you're telling, and every time you said something, and one of those affirmations, most of them, they already clicked with me. The most important thing that for me in this was, not blaming anybody. I mean, it's nothing. Why should you blame anybody? You have to give, not take. Give, not take. I think that's the most important thing. Well, we have questions for you. So I'm not going to take all the questions, but should we take 4 to 5 questions?
Absolutely.
Whatever is good for
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. First one is a question is they're asked you how to keep the mind stable.
So everything we discussed today was about that
About
actually.
Yeah.
So if
Yeah.
you just start with this basic simple lifestyle, See, the whole reason why mind is thinking too much, why we feel overthinking, lack of concentration, lack of focus, it is because of overconsumption of content. So when 20, 30 years back, when we were in school, college, when we didn't have this content, we were not talking about this because, the stimulus was not there for us having experienced it. But आप सोचो कि आप हर 5 मिनट के बाद कुछ देखते हो, अंदर जाता है, फिर कुछ पढ़ते हो, अंदर जाता है, फिर कुछ सुन रहे हो, अंदर जा रहा है. So we're just consuming content, and एक दिन साक्षी होकर, detach होकर देखना, average today, what was the quality of the content I consumed? So whether you're listening to a news debate, what is the vocabulary they are using? Every word they are saying. Now we feel ये तो उनके बारे में है. They are talking, I am consuming. And what I am consuming is what I am becoming. So if I consume a lot of turbulent content, my mind cannot be calm and stable. It cannot be, it's something which cannot happen. So if you want to achieve that stability, it's like you want to achieve health, you have to take care of your diet. So if you want to achieve stability, calm and focus here, you will have to take care of your emotional diet. It's very, very important.
Thank you. Second question is how to control negative thoughts in bad situations?
Again, the thought is not dependent on the situation. That was emotional independence. When we will start practicing it, you will experience that. Thought is not dependent on situation. Thought, which we create in every situation, is dependent on programming that has happened inside. If I consume a lot of negative content, then negative thinking is normal for me. It's normal. That's why we say ये तो normal है. हाँ बिल्कुल ये तो normal है क्योंकि हमने भरा ही वो है. अगर आप प्योर कंटेंट कंज्यूम करना शुरू करेंगे, वो प्योर थिंकिंग आपके लिए नॉर्मल हो जाएगी. सो दैट्स व्हाई एटलीस्ट 20-30 मिनट्स इन अ डे आप प्योर कंटेंट कंज्यूम कीजिए. व्हिच मींस इफ यू आर गोइंग टू ईट जंक फूड इन द डे, तो आपकी मम्मी घर पे क्या बोलती है आपको, कहती सुबह सुबह कम से कम नाश्ता तो अच्छा खा जा, फिर सारा दिन में तो पता नहीं क्या खाएगा अपने कॉलेज के अंदर. तो वो सुबह की एक डाइट बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. इट्स योर खुराक, इट्स योर डाइट फॉर द मॉर्निंग. 5 बादाम खा लो तो ब्रेन अच्छा रहेगा. This is all not only just physical, it's also here. So वो सुबह की खुराक में आप 20 minutes choose anything, a self improvement book, a motivational talk. Like Rajan just shared, the thinkright.me app, it has an affirmation in the morning. It has a very nice article which talks in detail about that affirmation. So it's something which you have on your phone because you're going to use your phone very often. Use any autobiography which is very inspirational. Use spiritual study, anything, any platform you like, but at least give yourself 20 minutes of good nutrition for the mind every morning.
Tari, are you there? Okay, I'm going till she gets back, I'm going to tell you one of the other questions which was asked by one of the students was, what is the best way to really do very good transcendental meditation?
See, meditation is, there are a lot of different techniques of meditation, but most important is learn it. Don't try and just do it on your own, because some of us think that meditation means just focus on one point and become thoughtless. Meditation is not becoming thoughtless because the nature of the mind is to think. So you cannot become thoughtless. If you try and become thoughtless, you tend to put a pressure on your mind and then you feel, oh, I can't do it, and then you get up. So whichever method you want, but just learn it from somebody. Like how they tell us, yoga aap seekho. Just don't try and do it on your own because you might do something which is not right for you. So always learn it from a teacher. And once you've learned it, then you can do it on your own. Don't just try and do it on your own like that, because then either you won't get it right and you'll feel disheartened and you'll say, mujhse nahi meditation hota hai, or you won't get the result that you want from that meditation. So like at the Brahma Kumaris where I study, we have centers all over. So wherever you stay within 3 to 4 kilometers, there will be a center around you. Sisters are always there at the center. And we have a 1-week meditation course, which is a 1 hour daily for a week. And it's absolutely free. There's never any cost attached to the seva there. So if you want to learn that, you can just walk into any center and fix a time and you can learn. Or of course, there is like Art of Living, there is Isha, so all platforms, but go and learn from them. Don't just try and do it on your own like that. Go and learn it.
Thank you, Shivani ji. I'm sorry. Can you hear me, guys?
Yeah, we
Hanji,
can.
Hanji.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. My laptop just skunked off. The battery was full. It's time to get a new laptop for me now.
Now, this is a sign, Tarita ji, this is exactly the point. Same thing happens with the mental health issue. It just can happen in a minute, which means we think everything was fine, everything was, perfect, life was perfect, and suddenly it broke out. Same thing happens. We don't know where that battery was. अब लैपटॉप की फोन की बैटरी तो दिखती है ना, 4 पे है, 3, माइंड की बैटरी नहीं दिखती है कितने पे है. एंड सडनली मुझे कैसे डिप्रेशन हो गया, मेरी लाइफ तो परफेक्ट चल रही थी, लेकिन हमें पता ही नहीं था कि हमारी बैटरी 1 पे पहुंची हुई थी. इसीलिए it's important to charge that battery every day.
And also keep a backup, एक खत्म हो जाए तो दूसरी दिमाग, दो दिमाग रखे, so it's better.
Yeah.
One very good question has come, which we all deal with actually every day, is how to deal with irritation and depression that is caused by family members. Very, very important for all of us.
Irritation and depression caused by family members.
Family members, yes.
Caused meaning they are causing my irritation and depression.
Yes.
No,
If
they
you-
are not causing. That is the whole thing. They cannot.
ये
cause
question
us-
है. ये question है.
We have lived a life of a victim for very, very long. And ये शुरू तो हमारे बचपन से ही हो गया था. स्कूल से ये प्रोग्रामिंग शुरू हो जाती है. So parents कहते तुमने मुझे नाराज कर दिया, तुमने मुझे गुस्सा दिला दिया. So we learned this programming from there कि other people create our emotions. Just let's create a hypothetical example. Today, 5 of you as children make a mistake. Chetan calls all 5 of you into his cabin. And then Chetan, of course, from now on, he won't be able to allow to get angry because it's a no anger zone, but we're going before that. Suppose he gets angry with all 5 of you. Now, 5 of you have faced the same stimulus. So the situation was the same for all 5, but all 5 will respond differently. All 5 will respond differently. One will get very angry inside. One will feel humiliated कि सबके सामने 5 लोगों के सामने मुझे गुस्सा कर दिया. One will say कैसे लोग हैं बिना बात के गुस्सा करते रहते हैं, कौन सुनता है इनकी. So they have a don't care attitude. They don't bother about what the other person is saying. One will feel hurt, maybe थोड़ा सा रोना भी आ जाएगा, but वो ऊपर से कुछ नहीं बोलेंगे, वो चुप रहेंगे. And one will just understand it, remain calm and say, okay, what is good in this for me? Even if they got angry, but there was some good in this for me. So 5 people will respond differently to the same situation. And this is reality in every situation in life. Situation same होती है, लोगों के response same नहीं होते हैं. Everybody responds differently, and the response is dependent on our mind capacity, not on the stimulus. So the outside is a stimulus, we create a response, and we choose our response. So never say वो मेरी irritation का कारण है, वो मेरी depression का कारण है. नहीं, वो irritating है. हम तो ये कहते हैं they are very irritating. The more we do this, the more this battery is going to get depleted. Take charge. They are behaving like this, they are doing like this. How do I have to respond? And when you nourish yourself every morning and visualize yourself responding with the same person, those typical stimulus that you have in your life, respond to them in the morning in your mind, and then during the day respond to them in your behaviors with dignity.
Can I add a little to this question from the perspective of my young, viewers today? Students who are in the age group, of 15 who have joined us today, 15, 16, 17. This is when I do my care club, Shivani ji, a lot of these young students come to me and they really do have a lot of issues with their parents because, like you said, unfortunately, their minds are conditioned from childhood that whatever the father or the mother, the parents say, that's the right thing. And so in my care club, I get so many of the youngster students, who have so much, of, difficulty in dealing with their parents and what the parents say and how to go. So maybe a little, whatever you said just now was for a little bit, of the young people, older people, but for the little ones, for them it is very difficult to comprehend what you said. कि ये छोटे बच्चे जो है 15-16 साल के ये अपने घर के इन सब चीजों से कैसे डील कर सकते हैं क्योंकि हम आजकल देखते हैं हर रोज देखते हैं 10वीं पास बच्चा 11वीं पास बच्चा माँ बाप ने कुछ कह दिया मार्क्स सही नहीं मिले तो उसने सुसाइड कर लिया, यू नो। तो इसको हम कैसे डील कर सकते हैं? वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर मी एंड फॉर माय यंग स्टूडेंट्स टुडे.
Most important, as a child, we'll always have to remember that the intentions of my parent are always right. Intentions. Never ever doubt the intention of your parent. The method, which means उनका बात करने का तरीका या उनका वो कहने का तरीका, could be कि somebody is critical, तो वो बच्चे को criticize कर देता है. Somebody is over expecting, तो वो how much ever good you perform, वो बोलते अभी भी ये अच्छा नहीं है, you could have done better than this. So somebody could be abusive in their vocabulary also. But intention of a parent is never ever wrong for a child. This is one beautiful relationship where the intention is always very pure. But we also need to remember our parents also could be on low emotional fitness, which means anger could be their nature, irritation could be their nature. They are not taking care of their stresses, and इसलिए वो कभी-कभी ऐसा बोल देते हैं, उस तरह से बोल देते हैं. लेकिन आपको पता है हमारे पेरेंट्स भी ऐसा बहुत कुछ बोलते थे हमें. इनफैक्ट मुझे तो ऐसा लगता है आजकल के पेरेंट्स बोलते ही नहीं है, ज्यादा बोलते ही नहीं है अपने बच्चों को कुछ भी. हमारे पेरेंट्स तो बहुत कुछ बोल देते थे हमारे को, बट तब तो हम ऐसी बात नहीं सोचते थे. वी नेवर एवर थॉट ऑफ ऑल दिस बिकॉज वी वर टेकिंग केयर ऑफ आवर माइंड्स. ऑटोमेटिकली वो हो रहा था. लेकिन आप लोग अपने माइंड का बहुत नुकसान करते हो बाय कंज्यूमिंग टू मेनी अदर थिंग्स. वो सीधी चीजें कंज्यूम, जैसे कोई जंक फूड खाता जाए तो उसका फिजिकल इम्यूनिटी सिस्टम इतना कमजोर हो जाएगा कि थोड़ी सी हवा बदलेगी और उसको वायरस हो जाएगा, बुखार हो जाएगा. तो फिर लेकिन दूसरा बच्चा होगा वो अच्छा हेल्दी फूड खाता है, तो हवा बदली, पानी बदला, लेकिन वो बच्चा स्ट्रांग है. सो इट्स आवर इम्यूनिटी सिस्टम विच वी हैव टू स्ट्रेंथन. तो 15-16 साल के बच्चे तो वैसे आजकल बच्चे भी नहीं रहे, बहुत बड़े वाले बच्चे हो गए, लेकिन बहुत कुछ कंज्यूम करते हैं. प्लीज 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 आई एम टेलिंग यू, जस्ट टेक केयर ऑफ व्हाट यू आर कंज्यूमिंग. जितना हमें लगता है ये मुश्किल है, ये एक्चुअली बहुत इजी है. ये एक्चुअली बहुत इजी है. हमारे मम्मी पापा आपसे ज्यादा, जितनी आपको डांट पड़ती है उससे बहुत ज्यादा डांट हमें पड़ती थी. क्यों चेतन, आपके मम्मी पापा डांटते थे कि नहीं डांटते थे? अरे हमारे मम्मी पापा तो बहुत अच्छे वाला डांटते थे हमारे
चेतन को बहुत कम डांट मिली है हमारे घर में.
आपको मिली ज्यादा?
बहुत मिली है, बहुत ज्यादा, क्योंकि मैं तो वैसे ही रेबल थी ना घर की, तो सब डांट तो मुझे ही मिलती थी.
लेकिन हम सबको, बट उस टाइम वो ऐसे लगता नहीं था. एंड ये ऐसी वाली थॉट्स तो कभी भी नहीं आती थी. सो वी ओनली हैव टू बिल्ड अप आवर इमोशनल इम्यूनिटी सिस्टम. उसके लिए आप कुछ मत कीजिए, आपको मेडिटेशन भी नहीं करनी है, आपको स्पिरिचुअलिटी की भी जरूरत नहीं है, आपको कुछ नहीं करना है इस एज में. आपको सिर्फ एक ही चीज करना है, आपको अपने फोन और टीवी से ध्यान रखना है. बस आप उतना कर लीजिए कि आप अपने फोन और टीवी से इतनी सारी गलत गलत चीजें अपने अंदर मत भरिए. You know, India is the #1 country in the world. 80% pornography content of the world is getting consumed in our country. 80% of the world content consumption of pornography is happening from our country. So what kind of content we are consuming? And then we're saying हमारे देश में ये क्यों हो रहा है, abuse क्यों हो रहा है? It's because it's going here. It's going here. It's in the air. Then it's coming in behaviors. So we are all leaders. Leader is, even a 10-year-old child can be a leader if that leader starts taking care of their mind. So lust, anger, greed, ego, jealousy, don't consume this content. If you consume this content, then that's who we become. आपकी वीडियो गेम्स भी वायलेंट है. अब अगर वो वीडियो गेम है लेकिन वो वायलेंस है, then you are programming violence here. Then your mind is violent. फिर आपको किसी ने थोड़ा सा कुछ कहा, that's it, violence here. मुझे रहना ही नहीं है इनके साथ, मुझे जीना ही नहीं है, मुझे चाहिए ही नहीं, ये लोग अच्छे ही नहीं है. This is violence. This is internal violence. This is terror in the mind. Because आप बचपन से ही violent वाली वीडियो गेम्स देख रहे हैं. So this is content consumption. बस उसका ध्यान रख लो. मम्मी पापा तो बेस्ट है हमारे सबके.
आखिरी के 2 सवाल पूछूंगी मैं. One is of course to Shivani ji from the audience, and my last question is going to be one of my personal questions to Rajan. So let's go with Shivani ji. There is a very simple question कि आपकी सक्सेस का राज क्या है? What is the story of your success?
मेरी सक्सेस की डेफिनेशन थोड़ी अलग है एक्चुअली. दैट्स द ओनली थिंग. And actually, that should be the definition of success. You know, over a period of time, we have changed our definition of success. As a society, we call performance as success. Our focus has been in the doing. हम सिर्फ doing पर focus कर रहे हैं. So for a child, if you get good marks, you're successful. If you win in your sports or in your extracurricular, you're successful. Then when you become a leader of an organization, how much you achieve as an organization, what's your profit, what's your worth, that's success. Success is not that. Success is how happy you are, how healthy you are, how beautiful relationships you are, and then what you achieve in life. So achievement of life comes the last for me. Happy you are, healthy you are, beautiful relationships, and then what you achieve. Majority लोग जो achieve कर रहे हैं, आप उनको पूछो, आप ये सब क्यों अचीव करना चाहते हो, तो कहते हैं टू बी हैप्पी. सो दे आर गोइंग अ लिटिल अदर वे राउंड. दे आर सेइंग हम पहले अचीव करेंगे फिर हम हैप्पी होंगे. तो अब वो अचीव बहुत कुछ कर लिया लेकिन अभी तक हैप्पी नहीं हो रहे. सो गो द अदर वे राउंड. पहले हैप्पी हो जाओ, हेल्दी हो जाओ और फिर अचीव करेंगे. और जितना भी अचीव करेंगे हैप्पी बहुत होंगे. सो अचीव नहीं भी हुआ तो भी हैप्पी होंगे, अचीव कर लिया तो भी हैप्पी होंगे, क्योंकि आवर हैप्पीनेस शुड नॉट बी डिपेंडेंट ऑन आवर अचीवमेंट. हैप्पीनेस इज अ सेपरेट पार्ट ऑफ लाइफ. Health is a separate part of life. Relationship is a separate part of life. And work, education, performance is a separate part of life. There are 4 aspects of our life. If you nurture all 4, then your life is balanced. It's like a table. It's on 4 legs. वो टेबल तभी यूज हो सकती है जब उसके 4 legs balanced है. आपने अपनी प्रोफेशनल डंडा इतना बड़ा कर दिया और बाकी 3 छोटे हो गए तो बैलेंस्ड नहीं है. So be happy. Take care of your mind, your body will be healthy, you'll have beautiful relationships, and then whatever you do, you'll be an achiever, you'll be successful. And success की हिंदी में meaning क्या है? Success means सफलता, and सफलता means to give. सफल, आपने अपना टाइम सफल किया, आपने अपना जीवन सफल किया मतलब दिया. आजकल सोसाइटी कहती है सक्सेसफुल मीन्स हाउ मच यू गॉट. जब हम बर्थडे करते थे ना तो हम कहते थे आज बर्थडे है तो हमने ट्री प्लांट करनी है, आज बर्थडे है हमने कहीं जाकर खाना खिलाना है, हम सीनियर सिटीजन होम में जाते थे. आजकल के बच्चे कहते हैं आज मेरा बर्थडे है तो मुझे क्या मिलने वाला है. सो शिफ्ट फ्रॉम दैट क्या मिलने वाला है, शिफ्ट टू क्या देना है, एंड देन यू आर ट्रूली सक्सेसफुल.
बहुत सारे सवाल आ रहे हैं एक्चुअली, लेकिन मैं अब यहाँ रुक जाऊंगी क्योंकि आई एम श्योर यू नो वी हैव अ टाइम लिमिट फॉर एवरीथिंग. माय लास्ट क्वेश्चन इज माय पर्सनल क्वेश्चन टू Raja. Raja, we talked just now, you know, everything related to spirituality and to, I mean, mostly people relationships. So when it comes to business, you are into family business. So what are those key ingredients in a family business that help the family be together and help the family business be together?
You know, it's a very interesting point you make, but if you look at statistics and data, right, 80% of the world's, you know, businesses or successful businesses are family businesses. So we grossly underestimate, you know, family businesses globally, right? And there's a lot of, you know, research, there's a lot of both science and art, right? In how do you really bring data and the style and other subtle aspects to really keep successful business families going beyond the 3rd generation. And it's interesting that beyond the 3rd generation, 90% of the family businesses do not survive. So, you know, on one side we say 80% of businesses are family businesses, and then the other statistic says more than 80% will not survive beyond 3 generations, right? So really what it takes is, I think, you know what Shivani just kind of very beautifully attributed, right? In family, amongst family members, you need to be able to have a, you know, a relationship that is joyful, right? At the end of the day, working in business, you know, you might have different thoughts, you might have different ideas, you might view businesses differently, but you limit that to the business world. You share difference of opinion, you come upon. Don't let that impact your personal relationships. I think in most families, that fine line between the two is very limited, right? And I think being able to separate that again requires you to have a very strong mind, right? Exactly what you were saying. How do you respond to situations either at the workplace or at home? So I think one very important ingredient is how do family members really look at their relationship at the workplace and at home. The second point which I think is values. Like what you spoke of, right, initially. I think the underlying value system that you have as a family is the value system that you try and build in an organization, in the business, anywhere. And values is what binds people together. So it's not only the family, but whether it's your employees, whether it's the other stakeholders, even your customers. Ultimately, you will see that all successful large global brands stand for some values which attract the customer to that, whether they know it or they don't. Most times you don't even realize why you would pick a particular product over another when you see them on the shelf, right? Because they might be very similar. There's some brand association to a value that you attribute, to that. So I think values both at a family level and at a business level really bind people together. And how do you again transition between what values you stand for as a family and what values you really stand for as a business? And the last thing is, how do you really pass on this to the next generation? And I think therein lies this large concept of trusteeship, right? The moment you view yourself as a trustee of whatever you are doing, and of course, as Shivani said, and be happy about what you're doing, right? At the end of the day, how things pass on from one generation to another, or how do you really pass on even within the generation from one member of the family to another? The spirit with which that is done is one where we all believe we are trusteeships of whatever we might have achieved in the world, right? And very hard to align all members of the family to that. So I always say that anything related to family businesses, we have all these, Wharton will do something, others will do.
Oh, yeah.
Incomplete if you do not have every family member sitting there. Right from the senior most generation to the youngest member of the family needs to be in that session. Me alone going to a, MIT or a Harvard thing and then coming back and preaching to my family what's the best way to run a family definitely doesn't work. Right? So I think it's taken time, but people have realized, I started a family business forum earlier, and now even the family business network is global. Now you will mark at all these things, they make sure every member of the family is there for it to have any impact. So I know it was a little long answer to a short question.
No,
No,
but
very
very, very
important. Yeah,
important.
very
Very important, very well
important
said.
aspect of management too.
Yeah,
Going
for
forward.
everything, because this is related, because family is very much, your family's happiness is your mental happiness. These are so interrelated, Shivani. I mean, we all of us know this, That's why I asked this question, because you are in family business. And the last thing, rightly, you said that I have done, when I go to Harvard, every session we have this session on family business. And I keep telling Chetan, it's very time for you now to go and attend these sessions. Like you said, the trusteeship, when I learn something, I want, because he is the other keeper of my, family with me. So it's important that both of us on the same plane, not just for business, but for family. That's why I asked this question. There are a lot of questions and there are a lot of things people want to say to you, Shivani ji, but probably we will send them all your, your portal or your website address or your chat, and then they can be connected to you. And hopefully we will get you back once again very soon on campus. Next time you're in Pune, we would love to have you in a person on campus once all this thing is over. And I would just end with one thing, and I completely resonate with you in the point that you said that 2020 is a miracle year. And that's what I keep telling all my people, all my, my team and everybody at home. This is a year to remember. Look at it as a miracle. And you will be the witness to this year after a few years when you will say, yes, I was a part of 2020 and all the good things that happened. And the way I contributed in making this year a better year for everybody. I think that is more important. So now a big thank you to all of you, all the viewers over here who have been with us from their busy days and busy schedules. And of course, to Rajan and Shivani, both of them such busy people. But I think on one invitation from Chetan, they were both ready to be with us here today. Indeed, this day has been memorable and it will always remain in my mind. Bringing these three friends together, for me, it was important, bringing these three friends together and showcasing in front of the world that how three friends, three different people, three different, complete different areas they are into, and how they are still making the world a better place for tomorrow, for our next generation. Thank you, everybody, and have a wonderful day and a lovely monsoon season and a lovely festival season that is coming upon us. Thank you, everybody. God bless you. Have a lovely
Thank
day.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.